Raising Oklahoma. Josh Campbell is, of course, just with us, or was, I should say, just with us, and is back with some important questions about how to raise your backyard chickens.
One common question with backyard chickens is, do they need to be kept in an enclosed space, or can they have free access to the outdoors? And that's really a personal decision. If you have a chicken coop that has an enclosed or fenced in area, that what we would call a run, that's going to help mitigate predator issues that you might experience. So you're going to have more predator protection. However, that open access to the outdoors is something that is going to enrich your birds and give them the opportunity to forage for food and bugs and things that are going to enrich their diet. And so that question comes with pros and cons with either decision. And so really assess what might work for you. If you live in an area where predators are going to be a big issue, then an enclosed housing space may be the best option. If you live in a small lot interior to an urban area, you may have less issues with predator, and you may be able to just let them freely roam around your yard when they're not closed up in the coop. Another thing, we often hear people ask, do I need a rooster if I'm going to have backyard chickens? And the answer is no. In fact, most municipal ordinances exclude you from having roosters. They're noisy, and they can sometimes be aggressive. And so all you need for egg production is hens. The only reason you would need a rooster is if you were wanting to breed and to produce baby chicks. And so for most backyard chicken enthusiasts, a small flock of hens is all you need to have a strong and steady supply of eggs all year long. Another consideration that you have to think about is food and water. And of the two, water is most critical for chickens. Our Oklahoma summers can be very hot and brutal to birds, and if they don't have regular access to water, then they can very quickly become overheated and can die. Because chickens don't sweat, they actually require water to help them regulate their temperature. Food is also very important. When we think about the food needs of chickens, we really need to think about the stage and age of those birds. So when they are brand new chicks, it is really important that we feed them what would be called a starter mix or a chick mix, because they need a very high level of protein to help them grow into a strong and healthy, mature adult bird. Once they hit a laying stage, they don't need quite as much protein, and so we would switch to what we would call a layer mix. And all of these feeding details can be found in our fact sheets and in our online courses, and so we encourage you to look into that, but be aware of the fact that depending on the age and the size of the bird, their feeding requirements are going to be a little bit different.
Those eggs look amazing. And for more information about raising backyard chickens, visit extension.okstate.edu/programs/backyard-poultry.